Welcome back, traders, to our weekly outlook on currency pairs. And we will be reviewing as well some of last week's trades that we did take. For this week, or the week that we are analyzing for is the 15th to the 19th of March. So let's jump straight into this video. I'm trying to keep it as short and impactful as possible without wasting any time. So yeah, you can see my pairs up. The ones that are labeled red are the current pairs that I am analyzing. This one I didn't analyze because you can't actually physically trade the dollar index. But these are my 7 pairs: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've mentioned them in my previous video, and these 2 pairs here below I don't trade, but I'm currently building my data on them. So let me minimize that and let's jump into this analysis. So on GBP, AUD, or British Pound, Australian dollar, we see that our analysis of last week still holds tight, right? We're in a ranging area on the 4-hour and on the daily, but we are still bullish, right? So we can see it did break out, but there was not a significant break and close above and a retest. So it came back into the ranging area and continued down. Okay, so our analysis still holds of last week. We do have this new support area that we have up here, and basically if we have a drop below and a retest, I will be looking to sell below, and this would be my target, the support of the ranging area for about 107 pips. Now if it does reach the seller's target, guys, I don't see GBP AUD coming down this year, so I would be looking to take my buys from this position all the way up again to the resistance of the ranging area. If it does close above this ranging area, right, on the resistance, like significantly closes above with a proper retest and candlestick rejection, I will be looking to jump in on a long position. But seeing that we don't have a lot of structure to the top, if we look left over here, I won't be targeting a very big move because I need some structure to know where I take out of the market. So for instance, let me just refresh this chart. If this trade was taken from the support area, potentially this could have been my take profit, right, at 184.24 because there's structure, but I don't have any structure going up. So I wouldn't look to go in for anything more than 100 pips or even lower, 50 pips. So sorry about that. So that is what I would be looking for on GBP AUD. What else could I mention on this pair? Nothing at the moment. Let's go down to GBP USD, and this was one of my first take profits that was actually smashed last week Tuesday. This was a beautiful trade. Remember I said if we have currently the trade was here, and I said if we have a break above and a retest, we would go long and we would target, how much pips was that? 115, yeah, remember, 115, and we did hit 115 pips. So we're in this area again, in a beautiful area actually, and the break of structure still holds, and the break of structure is basically from bullish to bearish, right? So we're currently still bearish. If it does break above 140, then we know that the BOS was a fake out, meaning it's not valid, and we're still bullish on this pair then. But at the moment we're still bearish. So quite simply with this pair, if we have a break above 140, you could be looking to catch 165 pips, which is a massive trade, which is a huge trade, up to 141.850. If it does sell below and it breaks 1.38611, you'd be looking for a much smaller trade of about, let's see how many pips this would be. That would be 77 pips, right? We always take out, or we always take our profit where there are previous structural lows and highs. And like I said in my previous videos, I like to know where I get in and where I get out, and I have specific rules on when to get in. So that's just a little bit of a tip of my Forex course on currencies that I am currently teaching and selling out there in the market. So yeah, this is actually one of the easiest trades I think you would catch this week. Yeah, the buy above or the sell below. Let's see what happens. For GBP, JPY, or British Pound, Japanese Yen, I actually made a note of this, and our analysis played out perfect last week. Remember, we said if we had a break above and a significant retest, you would go in long for about 100 pips, and I think we hit a bit more than that, but I did close the trade. It actually did hit 100 pips. It went up higher, but luckily my take profit was where it should have been, and we smashed that trade. So that was a very good trade. We had two trades out of the seven analysis that we did send this far. So I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, it followed all my rules of my Forex scores and on my trading system. So I was very happy with that trade. At this moment, with GBP JPY, which is the same issue that I had with GBP USD or GBP AUD, sorry. We don't have any structure above here, right? If we look left. And the problem with that is I wouldn't know where to put my take profit, right? Another thing that I want to tell you guys and remind you of is, once again, I never pick tops and bottoms of market. So because this pair is at an all-time high in the last 5 months, I can't say that I wouldn't buy this pair, right? Because I can't assume that is the top of the market. I need to see what the market is showing me. And all these candles up here and all these pictures are drawing in shapes, they basically tell me a story. And I can't, and right now the story is bullish. So I'd only be looking for buys on GBP, JPY, GBP, AUD, and obviously we're in between. We're still bearish on GBP USD, but it might go bullish. But just focusing on this pair, we can't pick tops and bottoms. But if there is no structure, you can't assume where your take profit would be, right? So this was a risky trade that I took. That I took last week because there wasn't any structure or information of where I could have put my take profit. But in this case, I'm glad that we did smash it. But if we do have a break below, right, 150,438 and a significant retest, that would be a huge trade as well, and that would hit 197 pips to the downside. That would be my seller's target, and this would be my coming to these current lows, structural lows that the market has made. Obviously, this level I mentioned at 145,088 still needs a retest. That is quite an ambitious move of 500 pips, but I'm currently not focused on that move and more focused on the current or the current trade that we are looking at and where current prices. So I'd actually just be looking for buys on this pair. So, but if it does come below this level, I'm looking for a sell. I'm going to skip the XY because that is not something that we physically trade. That is an index. I'm going to switch over to gold. All right. So on gold last week, I sent you guys the bigger picture of gold, which was the sell of this red level I have up here, right? And that we can see on the daily. I hope you can see it. If I zoom in, we saw that there was no retest, right? And that was a support level. So the support was once, twice, it broke, and there was no retest. So I did say we would be looking to sell gold from that level, and that is obviously the first analysis, right? But the second signal that I did send out, that was the short-term buys. And the reason I called that is because we want that retest, I was hoping that we could catch the trade from below all the way to that area before we decide to go short, given that we did get the right rules, right? So we did catch that trade and we caught actually 2,000 pips on gold, which is a huge trade, right? Traders, if you catch 100 pips for the week, you should be profitable, you should be financially free. The fact that I caught 2,000 pips is something that is abnormal in the market, but luckily we had luck on our side and we caught 2,000 pips. So if I just drop down lower on gold, this is just a review of it. We had this falling wedge, which signals a reversal, right? And then obviously there's trend line, so we had a break and a retest of the trend line, and we had these multiple value areas. So I hit that 2,000 pips, and that was a successful trade. I'm still looking to find long positions at the moment. So remember, the first analysis on gold still holds. We're looking to sell from that red area I drew above because that is the retest on the previous support. Last week's trade was a win, right? On the second trade I gave you guys on gold. And this week what I'll be looking for on gold is I'll be looking to, I'm currently in this trade, so buy above this area, right? That would be my target as my take profit. And then if it breaks again above this area, I'd enter another position. So buy above 1740, 108, and I would take that buy up all the way to 1770. And you can see this first trade that I'm currently in, we are about halfway through, but it is 1,887 pips. And the second trade would be 2,265 pips. So that is a huge trade. And this is a beautiful analysis, I must say. I'm in love, I'm obsessed, and it looks so sexy. So I do believe gold will be making a lot of millionaires in the year of 2021. And yeah, that is my analysis on gold for the year. So just calming a bit down, let's go to USD JPY. And I'm going to go back to the 4-hour because that is where I get my main analysis. So last week on USD JPY, I gave you guys the signal to only look for buys on this pair, right? And the reason being is, as we can see, that this pair is very bullish, right? We've got a series of higher highs and higher lows, right? So it is a very bullish pair. So I told you guys to only look for buys, and my buyers still hold. This trade did not play out for us last week. We wanted it to come structurally lower to these levels. Unfortunately, it did not come, right? But our buyers still holds. But now beautifully this week, and to build on it, right, we've got, fortunately, a ranging area on USD JPY. And the rule of a ranging area is it needs to break above the box, right? Give us a retest, and then the price will move the size of the box. So these levels I have up here are basically the size of the box, right? So that's 88 pips actually that are looking to take this trade. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful technical analysis. If we have a break above, we go long, break below short. Those would be our targets as sellers. So it actually move your TP in a little bit closer, even though the rule says that price will move the size of the ranging area of the box, right? I will advise to move your TP in smaller if you're going short, because this is where the last structural low was, or the rule of my Forex course on currencies on why we would take profit on this area, right? So yeah, this is the signal for USD JPY. Fortunately, this week, I can't say that we don't know what to do on this. We know what to do on USD JPY, so keep your eyes peeled back. Next pair, Euro USD. What a rush. Our analysis for Euro USD was completely wrong last week, or at least that's what I believe. And I did draw up new technical analysis on Euro USD. So if I want to review what I did wrong last week, but what I want you guys to do is I want you to go view the video that I made last week and then come back to this one. It's specifically the section on Euro USD, and see what I did wrong, right? That way it would be more educational and you would teach yourself something without me actually having to tell you. But this is my current analysis on Euro USD. It's in a very funny area right now, according to me. I would definitely sell below this area to hit these structural lows. So looking at Euro USD, we would target around about 60 pips to the downside if it did break below. I would advise traders once again, remember, we need a push down to break this area, and we need a significant retest that has to follow the rules of your set trading plan. If we do have a break above this area and a significant retest, I will be looking to go long for 99.9 pips on this pair. So that is my current analysis, my current analysis on Euro USD. Once again, when it comes to the dollar, I'm a bit unsure what the tone is set for the week. And if you watched my previous video, you knew I was very assertive. I was very sure of what the dollar would do, and the dollar did do that. I mentioned that the dollar was going to crash quite a bit, and it did come down. So I was very lucky. I'm very proud of myself for giving that call. But if I must be honest with you guys, there is a lot of beautiful trades to take this week, beautiful technical analysis, but I am unsure of what the dollar will do, and the dollar will move the markets as it is the king this week and throughout this month, but I don't know which direction it will take. I am currently short on the US dollar. So that is my analysis on Euro USD. And the last one, the European dollar and Japanese yen. This pair, I was completely wrong last week. I was looking for a sell down, and I told you guys that we would be looking for some lows to come in, and then we would buy off this area for something, for a take profit that huge or that big. I was completely wrong, and price broke up. If you guys can tell me what I did wrong, I would love to hear your opinions. But I'm going to give you 5 seconds to look at that chart and tell me what I did wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I did wrong was there was a ranging area, right, on Euro JPY. So let me just click that in. So this was a ranging area, right? And with the ranging area, we actually had a break above and a retest with these wick rejections. So if I drop down to the lower time frame, I want to show you guys something. All the way down, right? We had a break out of the box, perfect retest, bearish engulf, bullish engulfing, sorry, and we'd enter the trade, right, with no retest at all. So we jump in, go long, and this pair moved 50 or 60 pips, and there was literally no drawdown, and you wouldn't have gone into red at any given time when you jumped into that trade. So that is what I didn't see on Euro JPY. And like I said, traders, my goal as a trader and your goal as a trader should not be to hit 100% every move. If you do that, well done, and I wish that you do that every single day of your life as a trader. But if we hit one of our setups out of the 7, I'm laughing all the way to the bank, and I'm the most happiest trader. So yeah, that should always be your goals. But to get back into the analysis of this pair, if we do have a break below this area, right, of 130 and a significant retest, I need a significant retest. I think that we could come down to these structural lows right here. Let me just put that in. So we would hit these structural lows. I need to change that to my hour value areas. We'll hit these structural lows of my seller's target. Let me just move that up. There we go. We would hit those lows, and I'll take our amount of pips that we would catch would be about 86 pips. So yeah, that is the current analysis on all these pairs. If I did skip anything, I'm pretty sure I didn't. Once again, guys, I hope this video is short. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you found it educational and you caught on of some of the tips that I have in my Forex course. If you do want me to make any specific video or you want to ask me any Forex related questions, please comment in the comment section below. If you want to improve your Forex knowledge and catch some great trades with me, subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, smash that like button, turn on your notifications, because every week and at the beginning of the week, I will be posting a brand new video on my weekly review for currencies and my outlook. So once again, traders, I hope you enjoyed that video. Non-traders, please come back and I'll catch you guys on the next.